Welcome to the Week in Troof, number 5. This week it's Shaun Attwood. Oh dear. Shaun Attwood, golden balls. He's really been doing well over the past couple of years. Seemingly come from the middle of nowhere after dealing drugs in America or whatever his bloody backstory is. Which may be true, may not be true. Obviously, he's got a new line of business working for counterintelligence. And the shine has come off his baldy palate. Look, I don't even know where to start with this absolute shit show. But obviously, other people are realising, and I always have hopes that people are genuine. I really do. But his operation is just so slick. The way he puts out content on YouTube, it's so fast. There's always something new every day. The way it's promoted, the way it's done is just so slick. There's obviously a lot of money involved in this, and I'm sure he's going to say he's funded it all from his books and his speaking engagements that he's done. Yeah, I just don't buy it, Shaun. Sorry. And obviously, I'm not the only one that's realised this. And the main reason that we've realised it is because all the bloody old crew are coming up, bubbling up, that we all knew were all fakes. People, for a start, this Sonia Poulton makes my teeth itch, basically. I've always known that she's been a bit dodgy because she was been around since the whole Savile thing erupted back in the day. It was about 2010. And, her backstory is, I was a journalist, and then I suddenly started to see how things really were. But because she's already got a following, a profile, she was the ideal person to fit into that role. So she's brought all of her fans along to Shaun's little shit show, and they're working together. But all these other old names have started to bubble up, like Ian bloody Puddick, the supposed plumber who was bothered by the police. So I came across Puddick back in the day, and you probably don't know the story of what happened to me in the Metropolitan Police. I was put under police surveillance. It's a very, very long and miserable story. But because of what was happening to me, I ended up having a lot of contact with people like Ian Puddick, Michael Doherty, all of those people that were around back in the day, bloody Brian Gerrish and Bill Maloney, bloody baloney they call him. I'm not the only one who's noticed this. If you look in the comments on the video, before the video even went live, before it premiered, you got all these people saying, it's apparent to anyone with half a brain that Puddick is a total shill, lol. Brett Reynolds, he has a handler feeding him guests. Yes, he does. And he doesn't seem to give a shiny shit if anyone else has realised that these people are less than genuine. Though he's just, otherwise he'd be running out of people to interview. But the thing about Ian Puddick is it's even Puddick's backstory is being completely blown to bits by this guy called Brian Harvey that was in this band called East 14. I don't know much about that type of music, but you can go on Brian Harvey's YouTube and see what he's got to say about Ian Puddick and all these people. And I believe what he's saying, basically. I do. I know because I've had contact with these people as well. And I can't outright say what made me think they were shills, apart from the way that they responded to me, and my hour of need was so nasty. They weren't supportive in any sort of way. In fact, they're quite, abusive. They made me feel worse than I did to start out with. Anyway, so he's put get Brian on. Puddick, Wedger, Sonia, all disinformation agents. Puddick's dad was ex-counterintelligence. Puddick the plumber, but hangs around with politicians, judges, and he's always placed in the media somewhere. I remember seeing something about Puddick being a member of some tradesmen's guild in Smithfields, City of London, and all of those sort of trade organisations. So all of those guilds, they're a bit like the Freemasons. You don't trust people that come from that kind of background. I remember one thing about when I had contact with Ian Puddick. And I wanted him to put me in touch with a few people to help with my situation. He put me in touch with somebody whose website logo was a great big eye of Horus. And he kept saying to me, the Masons aren't bad, you know. They're not really bad. I was thinking like, all right, I'm supposed to trust this. I don't think so. Unsubscribed. Surely you aren't falling for this guy, Shaun. Right? All right, we've got to admit, haven't we, that Shiney Shaun is not what he seems. Somebody said in the comments as well that his intelligence name, they call him Zippy. Well, Zippy, you're bungled. And the thing that really, you've really gone tits up is playing this prank on your apparent troll and dodgy. And you've actually turned the comments off, which is really unlike you. I'm sure you're going to say it's to stop this androgyne trans woman trolling you and writing things in the comments. But I'm sure it's actually to stop people that are onto you writing comments as well, people like me. So basically what he's done is he's done this video to prank this troll that he's got. But you'll notice this has come straight after this Ian Puddick interview, where lots of people in the comments are saying, oh, Shaun, I'm not following you anymore. I've worked out you're a shill. So now he's doing something about his trolls all of a sudden, like to discredit us trolls that are commenting on his stuff, because obviously we're all fakes, aren't we? That's sorry, Shaun, and I might be a fake, but if I was a fake, I'd be living in a better house than I do now. I'd probably be on holiday somewhere nice and hot. Anyway, Shaun, this video, and in fact, this woman he's making the video with, this Cali person, it's just another example of how awful he is, because he tries to put across this heroic kind of, people's hero up against the elites. This woman is supposedly a trafficked and abused woman that he's rescued and lived in his flat, which anyone with half a brain cell will realise is not how you go about helping somebody who's got major problems with drug addiction and trafficking and prostitution and all the rest of it. That you can't help somebody like that. And she did exactly what you could almost guarantee that she was going to do. And she was self-harming when he'd got her a flat somewhere to live, apparently. This is the story goes anyway, that and she tried to throw herself off his balcony or something like that. But you could almost guarantee that was going to happen, because women like this accumulate mental disorders as a result of what's happened to them. So you invite them into your home and you have invited in something chaotic. He's got no qualifications to help people with mental disorders. And he's put her on YouTube in about 3 different long interviews with her. And he's really just exploiting her for content for his bloody channel, That's not helping somebody, it's exploiting them. And no wonder she has got in the state where she is bloody trying to chuck herself off a balcony. Anyway, going back to this troll situation, is going on about obviously this troll is some sort of fraud as well, because the claims that this Androgene is making about him are just stupid and ridiculous. Nobody in their right minds would make that sort of allegations about Shaun. I don't care if he smokes a bit of puff or he still takes ecstasy. I don't really give a shit about that, all I care about is that he has people on that I think have some sort of relevance or truth to them. And unfortunately, he's associating with all the usual suspects that we've known for years that are full of shit. So, sorry, Shaun, but the wheels have come off, mate. Sorry, Zippy. I don't love you no more.